Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the recording and get this thing going so that we can get on with our night and get.
Oh, look, and there's O'Kelly.
It was O'Kelly. We got us all going. Let's see. Where's my? There we go. How do I get rid of this thing? Close. Hey, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I know. And remember, I did this. I can try it where I did. Remind me, Susie, how I can do this full screen?
It wasn't me. I think it was Nikki.
Oh, it's
that's okay. I think I figured. Well, I read slideshow.
Slideshow.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get this together. Say hello, Miss O'Kelly.
Hi. Can you hear me? I have no headphones or anything.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yay! Yay!
Sorry,
yay!
Hello.
I almost forgot.
Well,
we all did.
So I know we all did. We said the same thing. We were all just talking about that, and that just tells me how busy and how actually you guys are just rock stars, because if you can do all that you do and still post the sales that you do. Oh, Kelly, by the way, you're #1 in sales at the moment.
Woo-hoo!
Go. So all of you then at one point have been #1 in sales for the team.
That's awesome.
So that's an exciting thing. And I'm a little bit behind in sending you out some happy mail, Miss Nikki, but I promise, I've got a little stack of cards here that I've been waiting by my desk to send that out. And, now that it's spring break,
understand.
I'm hoping I can get to it. So please don't think that I take it for granted, because I appreciate you. And I will get you some goodies out there.
Okay.
Yay! So anyway, week 6 of 6 weeks to success. That means we have done it. We are at the final. Yay! You made it!
Yay!
Rockstar! Party like a rock star. So let's talk about what we have learned so far. You've learned that you've got to increase your product knowledge in order to maximize your sales and your bookings. And the best way to do that is really get you can take some training videos. You can just read the catalog, but I think one of the better ways to do it is really just to play with your tools. And then you learn, remember we talked about features versus benefits. Features are great. That's what you're going to read from the Karen use cards and things like that. But benefits of it are what you're going to learn by using it yourself in your kitchen, okay? You learn that your belief decides what you believe you can and cannot do, and that your brain can be retrained. And that is beautiful news to those of us over 40, that we can retrain our brain at any age. So, Nikki, I would dare to say that women who are nursing and all that good stuff fall into a category
brain.
Needing to retrain your brain as well. So
yes. Yay.
Yeah.
I qualify.
Yes, you do. And you've learned how to talk to people out and about and how to book parties at your shows. Susie was just telling me that she parked next to a lady who saw her van with Pampered Chef all over it and said, "So what is Pampered Chef?" Right, Susie?
Yes, it was so exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's good to have those things out there. So she learned how to speak to people just like that. No words to say. You've learned that your passion shines through and can completely influence purchases and bookings at your parties. And Katie, who is not on tonight, she hasn't been able to make the last few. She's another one a little like Nikki. She's got a show that I'm going to go do with her tomorrow night. So she had her first party. It was about $800. And so I'm excited. Her next party is tomorrow, and we're going to have a good time with that. So just seeing her passion, I'm sure we will see that at the party tonight is going to come through. And that'll erase any of your fears. Just being passionate, and people will follow you. You've learned that you have to host coach effectively to keep your sales high, your bookings at every party, and a constant pool of leads. You've learned that your skills will make a huge difference in every party. When you know your product, you can sell your product. And when you know what to say, you know how to respond to objections and turn maybes into yeses. And when you tweak your host coaching skills, you have much bigger parties with much better results. So host coaching is where you earn your paycheck, right? And your parties where you pick it up. You have learned that recruiting is just a conversation. You learned that you can do an interview live with your recruiting cards, over Zoom with a PowerPoint presentation, or over the phone with 7-question recruiting. And you learned that we are still building your skills. I venture to say that we are always going to be building our skills. As long as I've been in, I continually work on building my skills. Some of that's my skills with just being able to keep up my confidence level. Believe it or not, sometimes when I haven't been out doing a show for a while, my confidence starts to wane as well. So we are always working on our skills. You learned that the fortune is in the follow-up. And to build good customer relationships, you must do 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. So I've got stacks of receipts sitting here by my desk that I need to go through and make some phone calls. So I'm looking forward to this spring break and doing that. I'm promising I'm going to do that. So you guys need to hold me accountable just like I hold you accountable to that. You know that the words to say to each customer, whether on the phone or in person, and you found out, if you actually make calls this week, that they love to hear from you. Consider not asking for a booking till the 2nd month call and see what happens. That's my favorite way to handle it, is to wait till the 2-month call. The 2 days and 2 weeks, I like to just check in, give them a feel-good feeling, be that salesperson that just checks in and thanks them for their business. And then at 2 months, say, well, now that it's been a while, you've had some time playing with your tools, perhaps you're ready to add some more tools to your kitchen by hosting your own party. So just give that good customer service, and on the 2nd day and the 2nd week call, and you'll see what will happen on that 2nd month call. So any questions on making customer care calls? No? We feel pretty good about making them?
Yeah, I feel great about making them.
Okay, here's the last question. Did you make any calls this week?
No.
What about?
It's okay, we're honest. We're all
Well,
honest.
it's Monday. We just
That's right.
started the week.
Yes, but this was last week.
I know.
Yeah.
I did text with my person.
Good.
She's like very busy. Her schedule is very opposite than mine. So I did text with her. She did let me know that she received her stuff, and she actually right the day after I submitted her show, she called, or she texted me the next day and said, I'm actually not moving. How can I get my stuff shipped to? She was abruptly moving, and she ended up not. So I called customer care, and they actually stopped the order and got her.
Fantastic. Got her address changed to get it to her.
So I just So I just checked in with her, and she wants to be invited to every single one of my online shows because she has a checklist of things. She just can't get them all at one time, and she wants to do future shows and stuff.
Excellent.
Great.
So with my
that
stuff
sounds like a
being
recruit.
online, with my stuff being online, I do a lot of texting and conversation over the computer, but I do at least talk to them all once on the phone prior to their party.
Perfect. What'd you say, O'Kelly?
I said that sounded like a recruit.
Yeah, right? You're starting to pick up the words for that, aren't you? So today we're going to discuss calendar management and personal discipline. I think we can all use that. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That never changes. I mean, whether you are a pampered chef or a mom or not, we always all need help on calendar management and personal discipline. It's life. It's just how it is. So you've spent the last 6 weeks of your life learning how to be an awesome consultant, but if you don't put all this together into a plan and actually do it, you've just wasted 6 years of your life. Or 6 years. 6 weeks. Okay, I'll get there. Don't
That's
you
funny.
agree? I know. Hey, at least I heard myself on that one.
Yeah.
Some people just talk through life. They talk, and life is over. Some people walk through life. They walk, and arrive at their destination. So I think you guys don't want your life to be over. You want to arrive at your destination, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a little self-assessment checklist and get a little introspective into ourselves. So, am I walking the talk checklist? There's 15 of these, I believe. Number 1, do my hosts ever have to call and ask me for something? If they're calling you for something, you're not doing your job well. Susie and I have had this little conversation. We're like, yay, someone called me. But, you know, I look at it as that excited host that's just so excited about her party that she gets to me before I get to her. But you can also look at it the other way, like, oh, crap, she's calling me because I'm not giving her enough information. I'm not jumping at her first and telling her what to do and being just that much ahead of her, you know? And sometimes when you're thinking about what you need to do that day and who you need to call and who you need to give ingredients to, like my show for Friday, I sat here today thinking, okay, here's who I need to contact today. I need to contact my host for this weekend because I've got one Friday, Sunday, and then the following Thursday, and give recipes out and all that. And she called me before I could do it, and I was like, dang it, I wanted to get to her first. So we got to do that. Am I punctual to my host homes, team meetings, and trainings? This sends the message that my life is more important than your invested time if you're not. Get to your shows at least 30 to 45 minutes in advance. So anything less than that is not professional. And also leave quickly at the end of the party. Okay, so don't just keep hanging out. And, you know, I mean, sometimes they hold us there longer than we want to be there, but let's be punctual when we get there and when we leave. That's being respectful of their family time and all that. Am I kind, courteous, quick to resolve issues, truthful, knowledgeable? This makes people want to work with you again. So as Nikki was able to quickly help her customer, that was fantastic. And because just like we feel how home office was able to help us, you know, like helping Nikki in that situation, they want to be able to depend on us the same way. Do my guests and hosts ever say to me, this was the funnest show I have ever been to. You are an awesome consultant. You are awesome at what you do. This will make your bookings easy and plentiful, right? You want them to say that. Do I spend too much time on non-income producing activities? Here's one we may fall into. Yeah. If you are, stop it and schedule on your calendar as trained at least 3 hours of office work per week. You can schedule it in orange on your calendar. So you can do pink for personal, blue for business, orange for office work. So you're seeing the PP, BB, OO, and then green for show dates because green is money. Okay? That's a way you can do that. Do I procrastinate doing homework, making calls, returning calls, and emails? Again, this sends the message that my time is more important than you. And we have to really think about what we consider procrastinating doing these things and what's like, you know, we're having this conversation about what the day was like, go, 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 go. And that's what our weekends were. You know, we were just saying how they were. And that's great because we're putting in things for family and family does come first, but we have to still remember within our week, this is what's great about this and looking at your calendars, you can look at your week as a whole and go, okay, I've got all these family things in here, but I have to schedule some business time in there. Just like you have to schedule some personal time, you have to schedule some business time in there. And you'll be surprised when you just schedule, say an hour, and your intent on it and intentional with what you're doing, just how productive you can get in that 1 hour. I mean, you really can. Are my host/recruiting packets clear, concise, clearly labeled, professional looking? You know, are you putting wrinkled catalogs or papers in your packets? If you are, stop. Use those as something you can use at your show or reference one at your desk or something rather like that. I put, actually, I have it right here. When I go to my shows, I have one of these little things that I put my papers in so that they are not all wrinkled. You know what I mean? So if I've got like the next month's recruiting or guest specials, host specials, order forms, things like that, I want to put them in this so that they're not all wrinkled when I get to my show. Because for just that reason, I want to look professional. I want to look like, you know, I'm not just scrapping up stuff and, you know, and taking it over there. And that way it doesn't have food on it and it's all that kind of stuff. So, and when you get a catalog that has all kinds of pages like that kind of thing, you could probably use those at your show, but I would not send them in a host packet, okay? Are my shows start to finish no longer than 1 hour and 15 minutes? This is very, very important. So what you're gonna wanna have is like a 15-minute, you know, opening, about a 45-minute show, and then a 15-minute closing where you're wrapping up, doing like a final booking, you're drawing slips, explaining the order form and that kind of a thing. Because if you just keep going on and on and on about stuff, you're gonna lose them. So get in, get started, be informative, and get done. Okay? Do I start on time as promised? Again, this sends the message to the ones that did arrive on time that your punctuality is not as important as the 3 we're waiting on. So you want to be real careful about that. I know I always look at my hosts and say, how many more do you have coming? And sometimes they'll say, oh, I've got 3 more, can we just wait a little bit longer? You also might want to feel your crowd out and look at them and see how they're feeling about you waiting a little bit longer. If people are looking at watches or getting a little antsy, because the last thing you want is for them to leave before you give them your close, which might be your booking speech or your recruiting game or something like that, okay? You want everybody to get everything and show them that and that's what I'll say a lot of times too when they say, well, we've got 2 more. I say, well, I tell you what, we're already 15 minutes past start time. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have found in my experience that once I start talking, they start walking and in they come. So we'll go ahead and get started. And sometimes they end up not ever showing up. So you're best to just go ahead and get going, okay? Do I fumble around during my shows, or do I keep them fast-paced, informative, fun, and full of tips? Nothing will make a customer tune you out and start flipping through the catalog or start talking to their neighbor like a boring consultant. So sometimes they'll still be flipping through the catalog regardless of whether you're boring or fun or whatever. Sometimes they'll say, well, I guess I better find some new jokes because you guys ain't laughing. Something like that, just to keep it going and see if I have their attention. Sometimes they'll look up from the catalog and say, ooh, whoops, snapped. Do I really make 3 calls/contacts a day? The home office has asked us to make 3 contacts a day while we're out and about. Use the new product flyers to hand out to people with your business cards. And sometimes we're more on top of our game with that than other times, because sometimes we're just in a zone for that day and we don't have time, to spend like that. We have got to keep moving. So if you can't do it while you're out and about, just, one day, just try to make up another day and do it. Is 50% of my business new business? If you are constantly calling the same 10 people to have parties with you, please stop. They are tired of hearing from you now. So ask several times, but get some new people to ask as well. At least 50% of your business should come from new people, right? 75% would be even better. And believe me, you're going to get some repeat business. People will want to come back and host shows, especially every 6 months. And what we should actually do every time we close a party is tell them remind them that we do come out with a new catalog every 6 months. So should we go ahead and pencil in another show for you 6 months from now? And you might be surprised just how many. I get a lot of repeat business. So I don't think I could have nearly sustained my business as well as I have over these years if I hadn't done a lot of repeat business with my people. Okay. Keep servicing your 25% with your 222s, but new businesses were really what fuels your business. Here's a good one, personal appearance. Don't wear too tight or revealing clothing. Make sure your hair is pulled back during your show. Like you would never see me doing a show with my hair down. I always pull it back and pull it up or something like that. Like what O'Kelly's got is actually the look that I tend to have at my parties. It's either a ponytail or it's up in a clip, up like that. Okay. Don't wear too much or too bright of a makeup. You don't want them looking at your face trying to figure you out the whole time you're talking, because they're not going to hear a thing you're saying. They're going to be focusing on what you got going on there. You don't have to be in a dress or dress pants, but always one step up from your anticipated crowd, right? So just don't go like you just, were casually going to the grocery store. You want to look nice, okay? Nails clean, hair clean, teeth clean, breath fresh. I always pop a piece of gum in before I, on my drive over. Toes painted if you're in sandals, smell clean. I shouldn't have to say this. Should go without saying, but you'd be surprised what I've seen show up at shows. Your kit should be clean and tidy. You guys are new enough. They should. Susie, yours might be needing some update. I have to really work on that myself, because these tools, when you do a couple shows a week for, several years in a row, you start to need to replace some things. So keep a look at your tools. Make sure they're not getting dingy or old looking, and keep an eye on when it's time to replace them. This is really why they do kit enhancement every single April. Spring cleaning, right? Sorry, my throat's dry. They do it so you get 40% off of whatever you want. I think it's up to, is it $600, Susie, or is it $500?
I think it's 500.
500, up to $500 in product you can get at 40% off. You cannot get multiples of items, so you can only get one of each thing. But you do get 40% off on those, and we call that kit enhancement. And that's what it's designed for.
Is that April or May?
It's April, every April, and then it's the 4th month of business, I believe, as well. So as a new consultant, once you've hit your 4th month, you should get it as well.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Can you be counted on? If you say something or promise something, do you always deliver? So if you tell a host that you're going to call her back, or a customer, you're going to call them back at such and such time, you better put a note in your phone or write it on your calendar so that you make sure you call those people back. Okay? So self-complacency is fatal to progress. Self-evaluation's hard. It's hard. It's difficult for us to do that. But if you see some areas you're lacking in, then you need to reevaluate priorities if you want to be successful, honestly, at anything, and not just in your membership business, but as a wife, as a mom, as an employee of another job that you may be working. Okay? So our last pillar is the will. We've talked about belief, passion, skill, a couple different ways to skill. So this is our will, right? The skill and the will. You can have a ton of skills. And after this series, if you've done your homework, you will have all the skills there are. But if your will isn't there, you got nothing but a chance. Just not good. I can't make you work. I can't make you call your host. I can't make you follow up punctually with potential recruits. I can't book your parties. I can't make you play with your tools. I can't make you earn a trip. I can't make you be punctual and prompt. I can't make you want to share this business with absolutely everyone you come in contact with. And I can't make you smile at everyone. But you can, if you will, right? So where the magic happens is here, in this big circle, and look at where that is in relation to your comfort zone, okay? So it's outside of your comfort zone. It's much bigger than your comfort zone, so that you want your magic, okay? It's up to you. You can do it. Just believe in yourself, okay? That's your will. You have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe and then take the steps you've just learned in this series to make it happen. Not magic. I don't have a wand that makes people book, sign, and purchase. Just do exactly what I've described to you in these last 6 weeks, okay? So here's what we need to look at. I want you to stop and think. What do I need to stop doing? Do I need to stop procrastinating? Do I need to stop allowing distractions to take me away from what I need to do? Do I need to stop forgetting to bring my calendar? What do I need to start doing? Do I need to start maybe using a reminder feature on my phone? Do I need to start reorganizing my office so that I can get things accomplished? Do I need to start with a different filing system? Do I need to start a binder, a 30-day binder with tabs so that I know when to do what? And then what do I need to continue doing? I'm certain all of you have things that you are very good at doing right now, and take a look at what you can continue doing, because I'm certain you all have several of those things. So what do you need to stop? Anybody want to fess up to something they need to stop doing?
I need to stop procrastinating.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's hard. Because we're women and we're moms and we have so many other things to do that we put other things ahead of our things. And we may not think that that's procrastinating, but it is. I read a book, Rory Vaden, R-O-R-Y, Rory Vaden, has a book out there called Procrastinate on Purpose. And, I think it was in his book that, see, that one there.
It's the one I'm procrastinating on reading.
Yes. See? It's a great book. And he's got a great podcast that I subscribe to and I listen to in the mornings a lot of times. But I think it was him who said, if you hit the snooze button in the morning, that's your first procrastination of the day.
Oh, I am way behind on that then.
How hard. When I heard that, I went, oh my. I set my alarm to allow myself one, you know what I mean? I like set the time. So my time on my clock is really 10 minutes later than it actually is. So that, and then I set, so say I want to get up at 5 a.m. my clock, when it's so right now it would say, what time is it? Right now it would say it's 9:40. So I set it for 5 a.m. So I allow myself that procrastination. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. What do you need to start doing?
Scheduling my time.
Scheduling.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I think we're all in the same boat on that one. We all are. And that's comfortable, isn't it? To know we're in good company, you know?
Yes.
You're not alone. I would venture to say that's 95% of the people that we know, you know, and the others are just weird. What do you need to continue doing? Here's a time to pat yourself on the back. What do you do well? Oh, Kelly, I'm going to brag on you on this one. You need to continue doing what you're doing with your posting of pictures. You've been creating some cute little posts, you know, like, I don't know, you're using Red Stamp or using one of those kinds of things where you just create some PicMonkey or something, and you're posting great stuff in your Facebook group and in your cooking club. Keep doing that.
Well, some of them I steal from other places.
I don't care. You're doing a great job with it. You're very good at posting on that. And I think it's because you're putting folders in your phone, aren't you?
Yes, I started doing that. I need to continue. Today, recording the girls, I ran out of space. So I need to organize my pictures and maybe not save everything, but organize it a little better so I can use it.
Excellent. What about you two? Anything that you know that you need to continue doing?
I need to just continue getting my information out there because I just feel new, but I'm excited for next month. Like this month, I only had one show, and next month I have 4. I have so many. So for me, it like evens itself out, just especially for me getting started.
Yeah.
I don't want to overwhelm myself to the point where I'm like, oh, I just can't do this at all, because I want to do it. But for me, at this point, it's more of a hobby than an income. So
right.
For me, I just need to, I'm starting to get where I am having a schedule, and I think sticking to that allows me to have time for my Pampered Chef stuff too. So I just sticking to my schedule better.
Perfect. Susie?
I'm not quite sure because right now I'm kind of dead in the water. So I don't know that I really need to continue what I'm doing because what I'm doing isn't really working. I need to continue trying.
Okay.
Is the only thing I could really think of right now. And I might be just half brain dead because I'm exhausted. But
I think so, because you do have things that you're good at. You're very punctual. You're good at continue coming to trainings. You're sharp with that. You're good at coming to trainings. You're good at, I think, listening to your tube trainings as well.
I really liked your video too.
My video?
Yeah, with the egg, was it the eggs?
Oh, when I did the ceramic egg cooker?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Yeah.
See, you got stuff you're good at. Just keep doing it.
And then I went and broke it. I have to have it replaced.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Ready for homework?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
All right. Sit down and self-evaluate. I think we just did a little bit of that. I think if we did any more of it, we'd fall asleep. Review the list of 15 and see where you need improvement. Commit to changing any area you feel you are lacking. And then watch this Michael Reeves video on his top 20 business tips. This is a phenomenal guy. He lost his career sales 9 times and is now a top seller in the company with over $1 million in sales. The guy sells over $20,000 in a month. Every month.
And he is a sweetheart.
And he is the funniest, nicest guy. He's from North Carolina. And I'm telling you, he's just the funniest, friendliest thing you'd ever see. You just want to sit and listen to him all night long. And I know I'm talking just like him, aren't I, Susie? Because I have heard him over and over again. And if that don't light your fire, your wood's wet. And you know what? He could probably light your fire even if your wood was wet, because that's how he is. Oh my, he's funny.
My favorite is build a bridge and get over it.
Right. So watch this little video, and I will post the link in the notes or in a Facebook message, Susie, so you guys can listen to it from your phone or wherever you need to. And write down some tips, and then send them to me with the stars next to the 5 that you will immediately implement, okay? Susie showed me how to download these onto my phone and put them into a, actually those are the other trainings, but I've got a little folder now on my phone where I can listen to them in the car, so it's kind of cool. But write down your tips and then put a star next to them, okay? And then report to me again where the magic happens, where your comfort zone is. We need to remove said comfort zone. It needs to go bye-bye. All right? Thank you, ladies, so much for working with me. I know it has been intense. I can't tell you how much I appreciate and respect you all so much. You have been rock stars for doing this, especially you, Nikki, with your work schedule and your pumping and new mommy and everything. You are amazing, and I appreciate that. Okay.
And we appreciate you.
For sometimes we just need to hear things like that, so I appreciate it.
Yes, I know we do. And I do. I appreciate that. Because you know what? I've got a team of about 30 people, and 3 of you are willing to really stick it out like this. This is the first time I've done one of these trainings where people have actually stuck it out all 6 weeks. I can't tell you how proud I am of you and how good that makes me feel that you found enough value in it to stick it out. So, right, Susie?
Yep. And I figure they say you have to hear things 3 times before they start to really sink in.
Right.
So I'm planning on taking this course the next 2 times that you do it.
Oh, good.
I might too.
Yay! I know. I'm going to do it again and get Laura in there, and I'm going to see if I can't get Sarah to do it too, Nikki. You think she would be able to follow up with us?
I think so. I've been texting her, and it's like I try to set up a time to talk to her, but I think it's just the same thing. Our schedules are so different, and to be honest, like during the week, had it not been a crazy night tonight, because my brother flew into town, surprised my parents. It's his birthday, and so I did a dinner for him tonight. Oh. And I would have been in bed already. I wouldn't have even gotten your message. So. Yeah. You know, that's hard for me to get a hold of people too when my schedule is so different.
Yes.
But
yes. Well, you know what? And then
so she answers me, but I know she's been busy with Girl Scouts and stuff.
Okay.
With her daughter.
My best suggestion for you in your time in reaching people is when you do speak to them, ask them the best time.
Can you hear me?
Reach them. Yeah. Can you not hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, well.
Okay.
All right. Well, we will let you guys go because I think we're about to end here. I have 3 minutes. Nikki, I was going to say, in trying to reach your hosts and your customers, message them and ask them the best time to reach them.
If you can hear me, I'm just going to say good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Yay. All right, ladies. If you guys don't have any other questions, I will let you get off to bed too. You see my sunburn from the weekend? I spent it out with my kids at track meets and races. I'm sunburned. It looks like a glow, but it's a sunburn. Oh, well. All right.
Well, I hope everybody gets some rest.
All right.
Good night.
I'll see you in the
morning. Good night, guys.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.